Guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a VR to two people actually. So the first person I'm doing a VR to is Wynter Nighthare, and this was like back in like April of, maybe it was sometime last year in 2018. She had her Queen Up series, her Queen's Journey series, and that was from based off of the book Queen Up, and it looks like Wally is joining us right now. Queen Up by Angela Kaufman. And she had this like Queen's Journey, and so this one was called Queen's Journey 1 My Path. And so she had pulled 4 cards, which I had originally done, you know, but I didn't make a video on it or anything. I just kind of did it personally. Pulled 4 queens, and each position represented something. So the first queen that you pulled was supposed to represent the most dominant queen trait that you have right now. The second one was your second most dominant trait. This one was considered your kind of shadow queen, and this one is the one that you aren't really connected to at the moment. Well, since that was a while ago, I decided to go ahead and pull those cards for, you know, right now, what's connecting with me right now. And so my most dominant trait, the queen that I most identify with right now, is my Queen of Pentacles. My second most dominant trait, kind of backing me up there, is my Queen of Wands, and I would say this is like totally true. I'm all into like I'm really working on like my physical body right now, as well as you know, my tarot business. So there's a lot of like earth stuff I'm working with right now. The shadow queen I have at the moment is the Queen of Swords, and I would say that's because I tend to I get lost in thought a lot of. I tend to go back and forth in my head and second guess myself on a lot of things, and I tend to be very hesitant because I want to see everything playing out correctly in my mind before I do anything. I need to be like 100% sure something is going to be awesome or good, or that it's going to work out like in my brain before I go ahead and do it. So I tend to be very, very mental that way, very much in the head. And that kind of goes along with, you know, having a lot of air in my astrological chart. But the queen that is, that I don't really identify with right now is the Queen of Chalices. So that one is more of like the feeling and the emotion. And although I am very empathic, I am very clairsentient, and, you know, I do feel quite a bit. Right now, what I'm doing in my life is not based on how I feel, because it's more of, I know what I want to do right now, and I'm moving forward with like lots of fire and passion, and I'm just like getting it done, you know, because before it was, you know, this was more dominant because it was like, okay, I feel like I want to do this. I feel like I want to do this. And it's like, okay, now I'm like in the get her done stage. And if you want to know the deck that I'm using right now, I'm using the Art Nouveau Tarot by Antonella Castelli. Very beautiful artwork. The reason I said I was doing this VR to 2 people is because Ms. Cheeky had decided to kind of do like her own little twist to this. So she had also done her Queen's cards from, you know, a while back, and then she had done a more recent, you know, Queen's cards, like, okay, so this is how I've, you know, changed, you know, over the past year or so. And then she wanted to pull 4 more cards, but this time it would be court cards. So it's more of like, what are you attracting using these court cards? So in this little pouch here, I have the Mystical Cats Tarot. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a shuffle. And as I come across the court cards, I'm just going to start laying them underneath each of these queens. So I'm going to come back to you guys in just a moment. So now I'm going to go until I have the court cards. And so here's our first court card here. And I'm going to start putting these off to the side. And then we got the Sea Tom. Interesting. Earth Kitten. Oh, and another Earth Tom. So these are the first 4 court cards. So now with each of these traits of mine, and we can kind of see what we're bringing in. And I think this was totally, totally awesome. So thank you, Ms. Cheeky. What I'm attracting with my most dominant trait right now, which is the Queen of the Queen of Pentacles, I have the sea kitten. So this would be like the Page of Cups. So because of my laser-like focus on my business, my health, and things like that, I'm manifesting my dreams right now. So I see this as you know, a great state of a manifestation. So that's good stuff. That I'm like, hey. And then with my second most dominant trait, so I got a lot of fire underneath my butt right now, getting me to move forward with a lot of things. Here we have the Sea Tom, so now we have the Knight of Cups. I'm really seeing that as, you know, moving forward with passion and moving forward with love for what I'm doing. You know, cups, of course, isn't always love, but I kind of see it that way. So I'm bringing in a lot of love for what I do, which of course makes it easier to, you know, get things done because I genuinely enjoy what I do, and I'm starting to really manifest some things that, you know, I've had in the books for quite some time. And with my Shadow Queen, like I said, I'm kind of all up in my head a lot of times. Here we have the Earth Kitten, which would be like the Page of Pentacles. Let's see, with being up in my head, I have a lot of, what I'm attracting is a lot of ideas though. You know, I have a lot of ideas for future projects, things I want to do with my, you know, my Patreon, things I want to do with my YouTube channel, with my store on my website, with, you know, just there's a lot of things I want to create. You know, you know, obviously I'm going to get my Oracle deck fully completed this year and out in everybody's hands. I already have other decks that I want to do, you know, in the future. So I definitely am bringing in a lot of ideas. So although, yes, I tend to be in my head and sometimes that holds me back from things, you know, that being my shadow, it's definitely at least bringing in a lot of ideas. So I like that that's pretty positive. And the one for what I'm not so connected to right now, you know, us having the Queen of Chalices, you know, just at the moment. Here we have the Earth Tom. So that's interesting. You know, you have a couple of Cups cards here, and then you have a couple of Pentacles cards here. So the Earth Tom is your Knight of Pentacles. So I would say the whole moving forward, you know, when it comes to acting on these ideas is a little stalled. So I'm doing the things that are already in motion, but these ideas right now are a little stalled, which might be a good thing because otherwise it might be too much on my plate or more than a mouthful, kind of like this cat is having this little kitten in his mouth here. So yeah, this was very interesting, very enlightening. So I thank both Wynter Nighthare for coming up with this spread many months ago, like a year ago, and for Ms. Cheeky for creating this kind of add-on to the spread. I think this was absolutely wonderful. And I know she did this like a few weeks ago too. It's just, I'm a little behind, but that's okay because I enjoyed doing this. And hey, if you haven't done this already, I encourage you to do this as well. All right, and I'll link both of their videos down below so you can check both of them out. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading with me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com, and we got some awesome stuff happening over on my Patreon group, my KWT tribe over there. So patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot. And this month we have a guided meditation that we're going to be doing. We also have a wonderful crystal grid that was created so that you guys can recreate that at home in order to manifest your dreams. So if you're interested, definitely go check that out. And I will catch your spiritual homies later. All right? Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out!